Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Q here again for Paleo Problem Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question is, are we too hygienic? Now, to answer that question, I'm going to take you on a little journey, and it's going to seem a little long-winded, but don't worry, we'll bring it all back together at the end. So, you are the sum of your genetics and epigenetics, your environment, and your microbiome, the resident bacteria. Now, you're given a blueprint at birth through your genes and your maternal microbiome. Bacteria you get from your mother, both through vaginal birth and through breastfeeding. Epigenetics, though, are which genes are turned on or off, kind of like a light switch in that house. So you start out with your blueprint, and then you turn those lights on or off. And depending on how you're influenced by the environment or your bacteria, those lights go on or off. Now, to borrow from my good friends the Caltons a little bit, the building blocks for that house are your macronutrients, your fats, your proteins, your carbohydrates. Those are the bricks and mortar. From there, your architect, the person who designs the house, are your minerals. They tell everything what to do. Your vitamins act as the handymen. They're the ones actually doing the jobs, and the minerals are directing them on what to do. From there, you have your individual specialists and your assistants, which represent your essential fatty acids and your accessory micronutrients, respectively. But if you're missing any of these, it doesn't matter how well designed your house is, what your genes are, your house is going to fall apart. So like I always say, that's why it's really important to eat real, nutrient-dense foods to maintain that house. But back to those bacteria. Continuing with that house analogy, they're kind of like the home security system combined with a smoke detector. And they can either prevent or allow a major disaster to happen. How effective it is determined by how well it's programmed and whether it's even turned on or not. If it's not turned on, such as when you're in an immunocompromised state or after a course of antibiotics, well, then it's going to be super easy for invaders to come in and wreak havoc. Without being an infection, viral, bacterial, fungal, parasital. But if the smoke detector isn't on, you're not going to be able to detect a fire until it's too late. That would be cancer. Conversely, if the security system isn't programmed well, and it's too sensitive, well, the police are going to be alerted every time the dog comes in. That would be allergies and food sensitivities. While if the smoke detector is programmed poorly and is too sensitive, well, every time the candle goes on, the fire department's going to be alerted. That would be an autoimmune disorder. So I go through this long-winded analogy to bring it back to my original point. While modern hygiene practices have paved the way for the elimination of most infectious diseases, they may have caused our fire and security systems to malfunction. By being so deadly afraid of pathogenic bacteria, we've programmed our bodies to be fearful of everything, even our commensal symbiotic bacteria, which are the ones that are help defend us. So we're going to be alerted way too often, which has in turn led to our allergy and autoimmune epidemics. Unfortunately, these aren't mutually exclusive. What happens when someone's home security system goes off too often for false alarms? Either the cops stop showing up, or they turn it off themselves. Either way, we find ourselves in a boy crowd wolf situation, and the fact of the matter is, we have immune dysregulation overall. So our biggest takeaways for today are to make sure that you properly maintain your house with all the building materials and the necessary repairmen. So get in your real foods, get in your vitamins, your minerals, essential fatty acids, get in your fats, your proteins. Get them all in so you can build and maintain that proper house. Make sure that you're going according to your blueprint. You're following your genes. You're not altering them. Avoid toxins. Avoid environmental exposure to chemicals. Conversely, you want to make sure that your microbiome, the resident bacteria in and on your body, are functioning properly. You don't want the home security system turned off or to be overly sensitive. So by avoiding all bacterial exposure, your body's going to overreact whenever it sees anything. Whether it's a foreign food substance, a foreign protein for an allergy, or a foreign bacteria or virus. It's going to freak out and it's going to have an overreactive response. Those autoimmune, those allergies, and those food sensitivities. You don't want that, so you need to have some exposure. So don't be a hypochondriac washing everything and being afraid of touching anything unclean. But that doesn't mean start licking toilet bowls. Just be clear on that. Go outside. Let the kids go outside and play with animals, dogs, cats. Play with them early, often. You should do the same, all right? Get your exposure, get in quality probiotics, eat real foods, be micronutrient sufficient, and your house is going to run the way you want it to. All right, guys, hopefully this helped you out. You know what to do. Like and subscribe down below. Share it with your friends. Head over to Facebook over at Paleo Problem Island. Follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at Mike the Caveman. And, of course, over on MikeTheCaveman.com. That being said, enjoy this beautiful day. Roll around in the dirt a little bit, maybe. Not too much. Don't lick any poo. I'll see you tomorrow.